literally going to here to give you my preview for Newcastle versus Arsenal. Arsenal's first game of the new season, and it comes away from home at St James's Park. Now, based on Arsenal's form away from home last season, it's so vital that we get these 3 points. I can't stress it enough, it's just so crucial to any team in the Premier League to get off to a winning start, especially the ones that are going for the top spots or near about top spots around the top 4. They need to get on with a good start, and over the years we haven't really done that. I can name a couple off the top of my head, like the Leicester a couple of years ago, but obviously we started off last season with playing Manchester City at home and Chelsea away, which didn't exactly go that planned. But now we've got a more favourable fixture. We're up against the Newcastle side, who have lost Rafa Benitez, of course. They've lost Salomon Rondon, Ayoze Perez, Joselu, but I don't really think that was a massive loss. But they have also smashed their transfer record and brought in Joe Linton from Hoffenheim. They've brought in St Maxim, who I think is a brilliant signing from Nice. Whether he'll start or not, I'm actually not sure. So yeah, they could be a threat. I don't actually know what system Steve Bruce will play either, so that could be completely up in the air. All I know is with Arsenal is there's a lot of players that are going to miss out on this game. Obviously, news broke last night, Ozan Kolasinac will not travel up north to Newcastle for the game due to a ongoing police investigation. They've both been strongly advised to stay at home with their families. I hope that they're both okay. Apparently there's been some more minor incidents, which is just awful to hear, and I just hope that it all gets resolved and nothing else happens in the near future, and they can get back to doing what they want to do and what they love to do, and that's just play football. They're footballers. At the end of the day, they're still human beings, and when a human being's life is in danger, like in this situation, I wouldn't wish it upon any player or any person for that matter. So I just hope that they're okay and their families are okay and everything gets resolved as soon as possible. Now I've got that out of the way, let's get to the other lot of team news. Obviously Arsenal signed Kieran Tierney on deadline day, but he won't be available for around 4 to 6 weeks, still recovering from the double hernia operation that he took part in after Celtic's season, I believe that was. And I like to head to Bellerin, still recovering. I'm not quite sure when he'll be back actually, but he's running just like Tierney is, and he's recovering well. Rob Holding, I think, might well be back in a couple of weeks. He's doing 30 years now in first team full training, but he's obviously not ready he's not match ready yet. He also played in the under 23s. I think he played 60 minutes for the under 23s last week, which is great news to hear. So he's recovering well, but I still won't think he'll be back for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks max, maybe even a month, who knows. And there's also other players like Smith Rowe, who I wouldn't have expected to start this game, but he's out still. And David Luiz, he's actually going to be fit for this one. He's played all of he's played the majority of Chelsea's pre-season tour out in multiple different countries. He was involved in it, and he is match fit, which is great to hear. Yeah, but we could well be out without Lacazette because he's still recovering from his pre-season injury. Emery was pretty optimistic in his press conference, saying that he expects he's going to be assessed, and he has took part in full training today, which is great news to hear. Hopefully he'll be ready to start. I'm not sure if they're going to push him to start or whether he's just going to be on the bench. Pepe as well just came back from the African Cup of Nations. As I'm recording this video right now, I should say that I've just seen Crystal Palace's team news, and Wilfried Zaha has started on the bench for them. Now, whether that means he was match ready after the African Cup of Nations, but they've just put him on the bench because of the whole transfer not materialising to Everton or even us, it has to remain to be seen. But based on that information, I'm going to say Pepe could very well be ready to start. So with that being said, let's get into my 1 to 11. In goal, self-explanatory, our number 1 goalkeeper. He's now got the number 1 jersey. It's Bernd Leno. Was solid for us last season. I'm expecting him to be even better this season. Obviously, the defence could still be a bit shaky this season, but he did make some vital saves, especially against Spurs away last season. That crucial double save to deny Harry Kane was probably one of the best saves well, one of his best saves last season by far. Was very, very crucial indeed. So yeah, like I said, in goal, Bernd Leno. Left back, obviously Kolasinac, he's involved in this investigation and been told to stay at home with his family, so he won't be available. Kieran Tierney's still recovering from a double hernia, so that means that only leaves really Nacho Monreal. He'll start at left back. He's one of the players that Emery did mention in his press conference could well be leaving this summer. Before the foreign deadline closes, he did say that he will most likely leave the club. Been a great servant, but I just don't think that he's good enough anymore and his legs have gone. But he's the only one that can play. He's the only one that's available. So we're going to go for Nacho Monreal. First of all, before I carry on with this defence, obviously I'm going for a back four. Right back, for the same reason as the left back situation, I'm going for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's not a right back. He'll probably get found out again this season. But he's making the best of a bad situation. He's a central midfielder. He did do pretty well last season. And again, like I said, maybe I'm being a bit harsh saying he'll be found out. I think he did do a great job in Bellerin's place last season. A lot of people seem to forget that because of how bad he was in Baku. But a lot of players were bad in Baku. Let's not forget. Well, I want to forget, but you know what I mean. Anyway, it's going to be Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's our only right back option there. Bellerin's out injured. Jenkinson's been sold, and we've got no other right back choices. Obviously, Lichtsteiner left the club as well. So, right back, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Two centre halves now. First one I'm going to go is Socrates. He's played majority, if not all, of our pre-season games, I believe. And then you've got the options of Callum Chambers, Mustafi, or David Luiz. Mustafi, again, Emery said in his press conference that he's pretty much hinted that he's going to leave, or whether it's on loan or permanent. I think it's just best for everyone he leaves. He isn't good enough for Arsenal, and it's just becoming a toxic situation with the fans now. I just think he's got to leave the club, and I think he will leave the club. So I couldn't even see him being in the matchday squad, and I don't think he really should be. Maybe I'm being harsh there, but I just think it's best for everyone for him to just leave, and I think he will. Meaning it will be between David Luiz and Callum Chambers. Now, Callum Chambers has actually built a bit of a partnership in pre-season with Socrates. He obviously started with him in the new camp last week, and he could potentially be a great centre half. I think mainly his role should be a defensive midfielder backup option, but as we seem to have a few backups there, be playing him at centre half whilst we haven't got many defensive reinforcements, so I think he'll definitely be mainly a centre half this season. But with David Luiz, he's played the majority of Chelsea's pre-season. He's ready. He's match fit. Yes, there's a risk of him and Socrates not gelling, but you're only going to take you've got to take that chance. And he's a person who could help be a massive leader in this side, and we need someone to command from the back, and that's exactly what David Luiz is. So he's going straight into my 11 for Newcastle. So that would be the back four of Monreal, David Luiz, Socrates, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Luiz will also be crucial in passing the ball out from the back because he's one of the best ball playing centre halves out there, or at least he used to be. Let's just hope he can still be. Now, I'm going to go for a midfield three. Obviously, Mesut Ozil can't play. Meaning in his place, in that number 10 role, I'm going to go for Dani Ceballos. And just behind them, I'm actually going to go for... Now, I don't think Torreira will start. I don't think he's ready, because obviously he's just come back as well from the Copa America. So, I'm actually going to go for Granit Xhaka, who I don't really think should be starting, but he's going to start because he's Emery's main man in midfield, along with Joe Willlock. Joe Willott, this is his perfect opportunity. Emery said players are only going to play if they're 100% ready and 100% match fit. Therefore, and also in terms of form as well, Joe Willott, complete opposite of Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka's had a horrible pre-season. Joe Willock's had an amazing pre-season, while our best player, in my opinion, in pre-season. He deserves to start, and if there's any time to do it, when Ozil's out as well, and when other midfielders are still recovering to become match fit, this is the time to do it. I think he deserves it, and he's going straight into my team. I'm not going to lie. Xhaka, Willocks, and Ceballos will be my three. Whether they put Willocks at 10 or Ceballos at 10, they could do either. That's the beauty of it, really. So that's my midfield. Now, front three. Obviously, Lacazette's just come back. I don't think they're going to start him straight away. I know I have previously said they should start him, but I don't think they, with what Emery once again said in his press conference about 100% fit, he could be a bluff. You know what? I'm going to say it's a bluff. I'm going to go for that front three we all want to see. Aubameyang on the left, Pepe on the right, and Lacazette up front. However, if both players are not match fit ready 100%, I think they'll both be on the bench. Therefore, if that isn't the case, I would go for Reece Nelson on the left, and it will most likely be Mkhitaryan on the right and Aubameyang up top. This whole debate with this big front three thing, Aubameyang is most utilised as a striker. I've seen that in pre-season. He's been banging the goals in. He's been absolutely brilliant for us, right? But if you want to play all three of them together, Aubameyang's got to be out wide. This is where, obviously, I don't get paid to do Emery's job. This is Emery's decision. What the hell he's going to do, I have no idea. I can see that front three becoming, fantastic on the counter-attack. And I can see them playing that front three tomorrow against Newcastle. But, like I said, Pepe has not had any games whatsoever so far, and I think they might just ease him. So I'm going to change my mind for the second time in this video. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to take out Pepe. He'll be on the bench, I believe. I hope he at least travels anyway. I'm actually going to go for Aubameyang on the left, Nelson on the right, and Lacazette up front. That is my 1 to 11. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Now, Newcastle, obviously, like I mentioned at the start of the video, they brought in Joelinton, they brought in St. Maxim, they also brought in big boy Andy Carroll, his return to Newcastle. Now, I don't know whether he's match fit, but if he is, you almost are guaranteed he's going to score against us. So, look out for that. Arsenal defence, please. I'm expecting my prediction for this game. I think it will be a lot closer than what people think. Obviously, I predicted Newcastle to go down. Their first game, man, the fans, I think they're doing this boycott. Whether they're still doing that, I'm not actually too sure, because obviously the signings have made. Newcastle I'm talking about. It could be quite toxic, which could work out in our favour. However, I'm pretty sure the players of Newcastle are fully aware that they need to go out there and put in a massive performance against Arsenal to get the fans back on side. And because of that, I'm going to say that it's going to be a very close game. I'm going to say we'll nick it 2-1, and I'll be more than happy with that, because it's just all about, just getting the 3 points. Obviously, I would love for us to also have a great performance. Be great also for Pepe to get a few minutes, even if it's only 20 minutes. That'd be great. Maybe even Torreira as well. But just get the win, lads. We just need to get off to a good start. We've had a shaky pre-season. We've lost our club captain. But we've had a fantastic transfer window. Now, Raul has done the business. Vinay's done the business. Edu's done the business. Josh Kroenke's done the business. Now it's up to Unai Emery and the players to go out there and what's the great foundations that's happened off the pitch and show it on the pitch. Obviously, not all the signings are going to be available. I'm interested to see whether Martinelli gets on the bench. I hope he does. I hope Saka's on the bench as well, and some other great young players that we have. I don't think it will show the improvement straight away. It will take some time to gel. But I think we'll have enough in the locker to win this game. That's why, once again, I've said 2-1 to Arsenal against Newcastle at St. James's Park. It's, of course, it's on at 2 o'clock on Sunday, so make sure you don't miss it. Don't be like me, who will miss it, because will be at work. So we will unfortunately miss the game. So I most likely won't have a review out. And if I do, it might well be an instant reaction, maybe not an instant reaction, but it will be a few hours later. If you guys still want a review, even though I wouldn't have seen the full match, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you just want me to leave it, obviously because I haven't seen the game, I can't do a fair review if I haven't seen the whole game from the first minute to the 90th minute. Let me know in the comments down below. But I'm predicting once again that Arsenal are going to beat Newcastle by 2-1. Let me know your predictions for the game in the comments down below and your 1 to 11s. Come on, Arsenal, please. We need to get off to a great start. Let's hope we do. like I've said, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. I've been a True Gunner. Thanks for watching, and peace.